Hi guys, welcome back. Happy Monday after Thanksgiving. Again, I'm Meghan Hovee, founder and CEO of Hovee Co, a relationship-centered accounting firm very focused exclusively on small businesses and their owners, trying to help small businesses thrive here in Kansas City. I want to talk today about one of my favorite topics, small business growing pains. A couple telltale signs would be you have hired more employees to try to meet more demand, and instead you feel like you're meeting less demand. Maybe you're still the only one who knows how to do anything, and you're busy wrapped up in all hiring and developing all these what feels like mediocre employees, and it just feels like the business is moving slower as a result of trying to honor the demand and grow your business. Or maybe number two, the product and the offering is slipping even though you've hired teammates and you've added infrastructure and you feel like you're actually serving up something more mediocre than you were before. Or the most telltale sign, the most common thing I see is you as the business owner, you were already working too much before. Now that you have scaled and tried to grow, you're working more and you are making less money. Maybe you made quite a bit more before you really took on this whole scaling project. So those are the things that I see time and time again. And I love this topic because it is so universal. I have experienced it myself, and my small business owning clients, we have really grown up together. And so many of us started as solo practitioner, commercial security, electrician, doctor, tech entrepreneur. I've had hundreds of clients, and I've seen a lot of them scale in this manner where you get to a point and you say, oh, holy shit, I am not having fun anymore. And, I was having fun. It was hard, but I was having fun. Now it's really hard and I'm just not having fun. And, that's just universal. So I want to just say a couple things today to try to help roll the ball forward, start to get some motion around, am I going to make it? Is this going to be worth it? Can I do it? Number one, take heart. It's universal. You are truly not alone in this. Number two, one thing you need to think about is there's always going to be three options when you're scaling a business. Number one, you keep growing and you grow through it, and you will hit cruising altitude. You will hit more manageability and predictability if, as you grow and as you push through, you implement some real strategy in this phase. You will grow through it and you will be okay. But number two, you don't have to grow through it. Number two, you can exit. That's how a lot of people solve the stress that is scaling a business. Exit can look sexy. It can look a lot less sexy, but you can exit. Number three, you can scale back. And I think that's what a lot of us forget is if we feel like kind of our calling in life is not actually to grow a business and hang our hat on the hoped for success for that business. If we want to scale back, we can, whether we're a dentist, electrician, professional service provider, product maker, whatever you are, you can scale it back to what you did before. So, I've had clients do that. I've had one that was so stressed. He was so content in technology by himself as more of a freelancer and maybe have one or two helpers. He was so content in that. And then he tried to meet demand and grow his business. And he was so stressed that, his autoimmune disease kicked in. He was tired. He couldn't sleep. And it just wasn't worth it to him. So he scaled it back. So that's number two, is just remember, always have those three options in front of you. And then, the third thing is if you really want to grow it and scale it, just pick a lane, right? Like, are we doing a lifestyle and a hobby business, or are we growing an enterprise? Because that's going to take two very different things from us. That's two different skill sets. That's two different lifestyles potentially. And so that's where we have that cognitive dissonance. If we say and think that we're doing one thing, but then we let the business keep growing beyond what we even want for ourselves. On the flip side, we don't want to kind of treat it like it's this big growing enterprise. If it's not, if it's really a hobby lifestyle business, it's just going to create friction and stress and strain if we don't get clear about what we want to do and where we want to be. One thing I do want to recommend is the book E-Myth by Michael Gerber, especially for our folks out there in our community who are just starting or who are passionate or interested in being a business owner and haven't gotten some of the scars that some of us have. Check out E-Myth. I can't say like the whole book I loved because it get to a part where it kind of acts like people are indispensable in the business. And that's not true for my industry at all. Like the people are critical. And that's where I would veer off to more of a Jim Collins perspective. But that being said, the first few chapters of E-Myth by Michael Gerber are life-changing if you're a business owner. They really just shift and shake up your perspective in a way you kind of can't imagine for those of us that just started off doing what we love and found ourselves, trying to hang on to the roller coaster that is small business. So check that out. And then I would love, love, love to hear. You can subscribe, comment, like, all of that stuff. But I would love comments on what you want to talk about, because this channel is for you and there's so many topics we could really go deep on. So please tell me what you're facing and struggling with, whether it's more technical, accounting, tax, or whether it's more of this kind of high level, best practices. So again, you've got this. You're not alone. There's always 3 options when you're experiencing the growing pains. Find some humor in it, because it's pretty fucking funny sometimes what we face in the day-to-day. And then just remember, have that intentionality. Truly slow down, do the important but not urgent. I want to know, here's my action item for you. There's going to be something, I feel like for most of us, it's a revenue thing that we need to open up to create more revenue. It's an expense that we need to just go ahead and face head on. I've got to get rid of this expense or bring it down. It's an interpersonal thing. I have to have a come to Jesus with a particular employee because it's really wrecking kind of our operational, routine and rhythm. Whatever it is in your business, it's so easy to procrastinate those things and not do them. And it's then what is causing the growing pains and the stress and the friction. So the thing you're procrastinating the most is probably the thing that's the most important to help you get cruising altitude. So by Friday, please take a baby step in that area. Don't think that you have to eat the whole pie at once. Please just take a baby step, because if you will do that and you put something on your calendar, like have the first meeting with Jennifer, or reach out to the IT vendor who's charging too much, or whatever it is, if you take it in baby steps, you'll get there, but it's just not going to help you to keep avoiding and then find yourself in that cycle of the growing pain turbulence instead of hitting cruising altitude. I would love to talk about this topic in more detail, but I want to know if that would be helpful for you. And I just would love to hear what you do want to talk about. So come back, and thank you so much for joining today. We'll see you soon.